What's up, Casper fam? Check this out. Pap. FBI, open up! Would you love to learn this opening trick to trap your opponent's queen in the opening stage? Well, stay tuned and watch up to the end. By the way, this will be an instructional lesson. So if you want to improve your rating, this is the video you want to watch. Sit back as I take you through my thought process in some live games. Okay, I'm playing against a 2099 rated opponent. Which opening am I going to play? This is a rapid match, by the way. Let's try the Budapest if pawn to c4. I've never seen this before. But here is how you punish dubious openings. Pawn to e5. So I just played a gambit against an opening that I don't really know. So can say this is not very different from the Budapest if you think about it. Pawn to h3 will be a blunder. Yep, I thought so. So this is how you punish, dubious openings. Don't let people take you for granted. The point is, white is gonna lose their queen. And if pawn takes, that'll be checkmate. So right on move 6, you can see my opponent's queen is dead. This is so bad for my opponent. Don't play chess like this. Don't play dubious openings. Is there anything else I can do to punish this guy? I don't know, maybe... Okay, let me oversimplify the game. When you're up a piece, or when you have a positional advantage, exchange pieces, but not pawns. Trade as many pieces as you can, so that you only remain with pawns. That's how you oversimplify the game. And you're going to be winning a lot of endgames if you follow this principle. The knight is pinned, so if pawn to e4, I'll just take. At this point, I don't know what my opponent is doing. I feel like I can do whatever I want, even sacrificing my pawn like this. Why? Because bishop takes. Oh, wait a second. They didn't even have the strength to take. I wanted to play something like rook b8 or queen d5. Just, opening up some lines. Now I'm attacking this pawn. Look how miserable my opponent is. So... what to do now? I need to be quick with my attack to quickly finish off this guy. I'm looking for the quickest way to checkmate my opponent. The game is already over. Now it's just a matter of technique. That's why I'm thinking of playing this move. Let me know in the comment section if you guys love rapid matches. Most of the times I play bullet chess here on lichess. I see what my opponent is trying to do. Let's play this move. That's a 1-0 move. In fact, I can now do this since I have checkmate if knight takes. So with bishop e4, I just want to take. And I'm going to do a little trick here. If white plays knight h4, I'm going to attack them like that. I don't understand what this move is all about. Oh, they want to do this and then take. Okay, that's a brilliant move, but I don't have to take. So in chess, just because your opponent captures your piece, it doesn't mean you have to capture back. This is not Pac-Man doodoo where you should just keep on chopping your opponent's or enemy's pieces anyhow. So now let me do a little trick here. Point is, if they take, now I'm gonna take. Again, white can't take my bishop due to checkmate. Yep, so now let's take like that. Guess the best white can do is taking my knight here, but I'm just going to take this rook, the other rook. Okay, now let me do the undoables. I have plenty of options to take here. One of which is this move, I guess. No? This? And then what if I take? I think that won't be the greatest thing to do. Oh, I have checkmate. If knight takes. I don't know. Yeah, my opponent just resigned. No, I'm not going to rematch. I mean, this guy played garbage in the opening stage, so there's nothing much to learn from that game. Okay, now let's try the Fianchetto Gambit for the first time in Rapid. I guess this will surprise my opponent. Okay, so this is another way, to play against gambits. If you don't know a certain gambit, just decline it. If I remember very well, I think from here I'm supposed to play d6, kind of the Aleheim style, and then I'm going to play pawn to e6, c6, king f7. That's how you decline this. So yeah, start with pawn to d6, creating an impression as if you want to take on e5. Okay, so position is well simplified. Another question that begs to be answered: should I take back with my e pawn or with my d pawn? I'm tempted to take towards the center of the board like this. Want to build a strong center. So this is the Fianchetto Gambit declined. Now my opponent is trying to trade, as many pieces as they can. Okay, let me do a little trick here. I'm supposed to play bishop d7, but I'm tempted to play knight c6, inviting this, knowing I have, queen f5 check. So this is just a little trick, trying to booby trap my opponent. Okay, so now that the king is on g1, I need to do something about this. This is when I can play bishop d7. See, if my opponent played pawn to d5, I was just going to play queen f5 check and take. If knight c3, I was going to take with my bishop. That was going to be check, take, and take. That's the variation I was thinking about. Okay, so I still need to be very careful because my opponent is quick in development, and at this point I'm not thinking of castling short anymore. Or should I? No, I'm going to castle long. But that will come with a lot of sacrifices. Maybe I should play knight f6 now. Yeah, there's no harm in playing knight f6. Perhaps I might even consider to castle short now instead of castling long. I'm afraid of bishop f4 and all those attacks. I do this, my opponent to give a check, but I have that move. We are going to do this. Let me just castle. I don't see anything much here. Bishop c4, that. Yep, this is not a threat. And then I can lock that. I can lock up that rook if I want. Somehow. If pawn to f3, I have. Do I have check or something like that? Maybe knight takes. I think I have check. Pawn to f3, check. Okay, first let's take. Okay, now pawn to f3 is going to come. That happens. Maybe I can even play this move. I think here, let me just take. What if I just take and play this move, then take? Yeah, I guess I'm winning. Oh, wait a second, that's a booby trap. Okay, that was clever. Now, because of that, let me play this move. Bishop e3, I still have queen takes b2. With queen b6, I'm also attacking this, by the way. So now I can take here, right? Take, attacking that rook. You still take. Maybe beginning with this move first. Yeah, but the idea is just to take. Yeah, my opponent has lost. Yeah, they just resigned. So that was the second rapid match. I think let me continue just to entertain your eyeballs. Oh, I'm now, a 22, 30 plus rated player. By the way, I should mention that this is not a speed run. It's not a speed run. This is, me just recording my stream. Yeah, just to make it clear, it's not a speed run. I'm not trying to milk anybody's, rating or whatever. I'm just, facing my opponents and recording. Anywho, so let's proceed. 2168 rated opponent. What opening can I play? Let's try maybe the Scotch. Okay, so this is the Scandinavian defense. Against this, let me try the William Gambit. For the first time in Rapid as well. I've never done this in Rapid. You can see my opponent is confused. So now bishop c4. The idea is to sacrifice my knight like that. So I expect to see knight f6. Because that's the most popular move in this position. After which I'm going to pre-move d3 and knight e2. Let me do this in advance. Let's see what my opponent is going to do. If not, pawn to e6. I've never seen this before, but let's see where this will go. Can I still go? Okay, for this, let me go knight c3. This is just an in-between move. Okay, it's very clear that we are not going to win a free queen. Now it's time to work for my meal. So knight e2, castle shot next. So now this is just a normal game. So far, one thing I've noticed is that people don't usually take gambits in longer time control matches. Nobody wants to take a risk. And this is one evidence that many people don't really know openings. That's what this means to me. Because the William Gambit is a very unsound gambit that I expect everyone to just accept it. I expect people to accept this gambit. Not so sure about this move, but I'll take it. Can I play this, then play that move? Am I going to be safe? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I don't see anything wrong. Just gonna take and play pawn to d3. Don't know what I should do next, but I guess let me just continue with my plan. I want to go bishop e3 next. So it looks like my opponent is not very sure with their plan. Yeah, let's just take. I'm going to remain with... Oh, wait a second. This shouldn't be a prerequisite. Let me go knight f2. The idea is to go knight h3. At least in the near future. I also have an option to play pawn to c3. Maybe that will weaken the d3 pawn. How about just sacrificing my b pawn to create an attack? I'm also keeping an eye on bishop takes. This is what you're supposed to be doing in chess, you guys. So let me do this little trick. It will surprise my opponent. So my idea is to take on a7. Okay, my opponent has eyes. That's impressive. Now pawn to h3 to stop knight g4. Okay, looks like my opponent knows the task. So now we start expanding on that side of the board. Probably starting with a3. There's something here. I don't see anything on that side of the board. So let's go. We're going to see queen that. So far, this is the strongest opponent I have faced. My idea is to play c3 followed by that move, or c3 followed by a4. Not so sure about this move. Again, I can just play this move, right? Like here. I'm attacking the pawn on h4 and the rook indirectly. Should be very careful though. My opponent seems to know what they are doing. The higher you go, the cooler it becomes in terms of chess ratings. Learn to take your time before making moves like my opponent is doing. It's always important to calculate through to avoid making blunders. But I can tell that my opponent is having a hard time to make their next move due to my piece coordination. I mean, what else can they do next? It's very difficult to make a move. I mean, the knight is partially hanging. They can't move their bishop like that. And putting it on g7. Okay, there we see a move. Think pawn to c3. We continue with the idea. I mean, black can't attack my light squad bishop. I mean, it's very difficult to make moves for black. Okay, so now I can safely defend. Besides, I have bishop takes e6. Okay, I hanged my thing there, but I can take like that if I want. Oh, for now, let's exchange rooks. So there's no checkmate. Oh, rook takes g2 anymore. I saw that coming, but can I take like that and then take this? Let's try. Oh, now there's bishop e3 coming. Once the dust settles. Okay, so my opponent decided to do that. Now I think they just made a silly mistake here. Can I do this first? Like chasing the knight away before taking and taking. I have that move. Unless they play knight e7. Okay, that is also a suspecting move. I can do this. Attacking that. Chess tactics. So clearly my opponent outplayed me in the opening stage, but I still had to find my way out through tactics. There's no check due to knight takes. That's why piece coordination is very important in chess. There's no pawn takes due to checkmate. In longer time control matches, it all comes down to an extra pawn. Just make sure that you are ahead in development and also ahead in terms of material. So there's the material advantage and positional advantage. Those are the things that matter the most. Okay, so my opponent found the best move, which was rook that. To be honest, I missed that. I thought I was clever or something. How many pieces do I have? Okay. So that's a very good move by my opponent. Very brilliant move. I don't have any option apart from doing something about this. I don't even know what I should do next. That was a brilliant move. Now I'm here fighting for my life. There's checkmate pending here. I thought I was clever. What if I just... Okay, this is so bad. This is so bad. I'm tempted to give a check to let my pawn. Okay, so give a check, Kaspa, and try to fight for dear life. Yeah, this is just game over. Game over. Wish I saw that coming. I'm embarrassed. This is game over. There's nothing I can do. Maybe let me go queen d4. So now I have to be strategic, relying on my intuition, holding on to dear life, and doing all sorts of things. Let's try to attack. just to confuse my opponent. Let's see what they are going to do. I have king h2. I don't know. Trying to stay relevant in society. So if anything, I'm just fighting for a draw or trying to flag my opponent. I think I'll end with this video. There's no way I can just be winning every game. Every single game I play during my live streams. I mean, it is okay to lose. That was a very big oversight, something I did not pay attention to, and now I'm paying with my teeth, or with my nose, or with my elbow. Anywho, so my opponent just played queen g3, by the way. I'm now thinking maybe I should play knight d3. Yep, that just looked natural. What next is my opponent going to do? It's checkmate, by the way. My opponent can't do much. There are some tactics. Do I still have some booby traps? Trying to confuse my opponent. I play this move. Oh, there's that knight. Check. Let's try this. So this knight f4 move kind of stops the checkmate, but black can still go queen e1 check. It's not gonna be checkmate though. Oh, there we see rook e8. I think I'm okay with a draw. Do I have something like this? Oh, there's that check. What if I just do this? Again, I have checkmate in case of rook e3. Just wondering what my opponent is going to do next. Is it rook e1 check? I have knight takes, and that'll probably lead to a draw. Let's see. I feel so bad. And good at the same time. Too bad for my ankle bone as well, not just my elbow. Let me take my time to think. Now I'm looking at the move pawn to f3. By the way, black can still play rook e3 due to checkmate. There's always some back rank issues there. Can I take on f4? Can I take the pawn? I'm gonna lose my knight. But if that happens, I still have queen takes h6. I'm going to take black's knight. No. I can't let black remain with a rook. That's gonna be easy for them, so I need to, make it complicated for my opponent at this point. I need to play something like queen d5, holding on to d alive. I don't have to make it simple for my opponent. If I take on f4 with my queen, my opponent is going to remain with a rook in the end. Because if queen takes f4, there is queen takes d3. After queen takes h6, my opponent will give a check with their rook on e1, and it's just a matter of time before me resigning. Yeah, queen d4 looks natural. I'm just gonna take if pawn to f3 is played. Almost 30 minutes now on the same game. I still love blitz though. I'm not a fan of rapid anymore. Still holding on to d alive. If my opponent fails to checkmate me, I'm going to believe that endgames are very crucial. A lot of people don't know endgames. Let me little trick. If queen takes, I'm gonna make my opponent like that. Again, if pawn to f3, I have queen takes. At this point, all I'm thinking about is my rating, you guys, my elos. I don't want to lose free elos because I rarely play rapid chess. So I don't want to lose this game if possible. So I might try to flag my opponent. Yeah, I think I have nothing much. Just going to repeat moves. My bad, those are bad manners, but I guess you understand. And now it's over. I'll be happy to exchange queens and try to play with my knight. You know, knights can be tricky at times. Oh, queen g3. Let's pin the knight. Time to disturb my opponent, confuse them, pinning their knight to the rook. f5. Can I go queen e6 or queen e2 to stop pawn to f3? Now trying to create some opportunities. Give a check. This looks promising, but I don't know how to convert this. Can I go queen f3? Then knight s6 check. Oh, it's a rook d8, knight check. Oh, I'm running low on time. I should be very careful. So next, queen a8 check. Let's give a check. That's the only thing we can do. I might flag my opponent, which is not good, but there's nothing much I can do since I'm losing. Ah, okay. I just flagged my opponent. I'm sorry guys, I had to do this. And hey, wanna take your chess seriously? Simply head over to the comment section down below and find a special link to my courses that you should click. You will be redirected to my Patreon page where you can access all my wonderful courses. By the way, that's how you support this channel. And hey, if you really care about this channel and want to see us grow, click the subscribe button. Also, don't forget to turn on the bell notification icon for all my content. That way you won't miss any of my future uploads. Lastly, to get this free study PGN that I'm using in this video, simply scroll all the way down to the comment section and click the first link that you see, which will redirect you to a page that will ask you to subscribe before getting this PGN for free.